Welcome back to the Show Me Jeff channel. My name is Jeff, and today's topic is the fortune is in the follow-up. So the fortune is in the follow-up. And when you're sending out direct mail, you're sending out postcards or letters, and it's going to have your contact information. And there are mechanisms or systems that will automatically follow up with people. Because let's face it, there's a lot of times people are bombarded with information, they're bombarded with opportunities, and sometimes the timing just isn't in the right alignment with with what your prospect needs or wants at that any given moment. They're interested, but they're not ready to take immediate action. And that's why the follow up is so important. Now, here's the best part when it comes to direct mail. It's not really you that has to do the follow up. You're sending the letter, and the autoresponders or the systems that are in place are automatically following up with your prospect. So you have different systems. Instant Pay 24/7. You can get a separate website called My Capture Page, and then that will act as an autoresponder. Cash Building Systems Unlimited, I believe, has an automated system of their own that's included with that system. So when somebody calls, they're following up. And American Bill Money for sure. American Bill Money, they're following up. They're sending autoresponder messages. They're staying in contact. They're sending text messages. They're sending emails. So this is really great because a lot of times, the fortune's in the follow-up. But with these systems, it doesn't have to be you that is doing the follow-up. It's just that something in the background is working to follow up with people. Now, I've had a lot of people opt into my replicated web pages, and I know that this is where the consistency comes from. It's like, you're sending out the mail, and we talked a couple days ago about this one comment that was left on Russ Fye's page, where the guy had sent out, I don't know if he sent out 200 letters or 200 postcards. I believe it was only 200 postcards, which is not enough. It's just not enough. 200 postcards the guy sent out and said, I didn't make any money. I sent out 200 postcards. I didn't make any money. Well, first of all, you're not giving it enough of a chance. You're not giving the system enough of a chance. If you're only sending out 200 postcards, you got to send out a lot more, probably along the lines of 2,000 postcards, and maybe even more than that. If you're doing letters, your response rate is going to be a lot higher because you're going to be able to promote multiple opportunities in one single letter. And, we have some techniques on how to save money on postage. So, you can get your postage costs down and put I'm now sending out 3 postcards, a letter, and a business card in one envelope, in a number 10 envelope, putting a stamp on it and sending that out. And I'm doing 15 of those per day. So, and I'm committed to doing 6 to 9 months of mailing. And, I'm not even going to think about stopping or anything until that time is up. And at that point, then we can reassess and reevaluate. But what's going on in the background is that people are getting the letters. And there's going to be a small percentage. Most people that get the letters are going right into the recycle bin. Sometimes some people won't even open them up. Some people will open them up and they're not interested, or they're doing other things, or they're occupied. So even when you have these targeted people that you're mailing to, you've got these mailing lists, these lead lists with these peel and stick labels on it. You're getting these addresses that people who are interested, they're like-minded people, like you, like me. We're entrepreneurs. We want to make money. We want to better our lives, and we're willing to pay money, and we're willing to implement systems to do that. Not everybody, in fact, most people are not willing to do this at all. So it's a very small percentage. So with the lead lists, you're already sending out to people who have proven in the past, at least, that they are interested in these type of opportunities. So even with that, you're looking at a single percentage of people who are actually interested, that are actually going to look at this look at your letters, and they're going to respond to it. And a lot of times, the way they respond to it is not immediately signing up, while some people might. What's more likely to happen is if people are willing to call the sizzle number, or they're willing to call the office and talk to somebody at the office, or they're willing to go to a web page and put their information in. And that, doing any of those, what I just talked about, is going to start the automated sequence of follow-ups where people are now going to start getting, drip, 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 drip. They're going to start getting these messages. So, it can be a couple of months. It really can, where somebody who's received your letter and they haven't taken any action. And it might be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months before somebody actually decides, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this because the timing is right. And just like I mentioned in the previous video, where there was another one of my opportunities that I was promoting with, the guy had called me. He responded to one of my ads asking for information. I called him back, in response to his request. He left me a voicemail. I called him back, and then he's upset that I called him back, and he cusses me out, actually. And I'm like, okay, I put him down as not interested, and then he calls me back a week later and says, look, I'm sorry that I lost my mind. It's just that I don't like selling, and I don't like being people sold to, but I've got this illness. I've done manual labor my whole life. I'm now in my 50s, and I can't do manual labor anymore because of my illness. And he's like, yeah, I'm willing to take a second look at whatever you got going on. So I gave him that information, and now he's digesting that information, and we'll see. We'll see what happens with this one particular guy. Because these are the stories. You can't make sense of these situations. It's nonsensical. It's purely emotional. People buy on emotions. When people have a bad day at work and the boss has come on strong, or the best that you're giving is not good enough, when that pain is great enough, people will be like, you know what, I got this postcard, I put it to the side, and now it's time for me to take action. Because I can't stand being broke. I can't stand not being able to celebrate a child's birthday, your daughter or your son's birthday, or you got things going on, you need to paint the house, or you need to do repairs, or you need a new car, or you want to take your family on a vacation, and this, like, I can't afford it nonsense is too much. It's like it's not where you want to be. And when the pain is great enough, then you'd be like, you're more receptive to learning more about additional opportunities. It's like, well, like I said, when somebody gets your letter in the mail, maybe, that week they're okay with their job. And then 2 months later, they have a big fight at work, and then it just causes that chain of events. So like I was saying about the guy, and like in my previous video, the guy who got the illness, he's going through that steps. He's going through that his body's telling him, no, that's it, you're done. You've done manual labor for 50 years, or you've been alive for 50 years, and you've had a career doing manual labor. You can't do it anymore. And sometimes the Lord works in mysterious ways where if this guy is able to leave his comfort zone, because he said, I don't like selling. I don't want to be involved in sales, but I got to do something because I can't do the type of job that he's doing right now. He's got to change. He's got to be willing to get out of his comfort zone and do something that he's never done before, so that he can have the type of life that he's never had before. And who knows? There's no guarantees in life, but that might be the thing that God blesses him, and he's able to not only not have to work the manual job, but then he gets to have a life that he never could have possibly dreamed about. It's going to happen for him. Is it guaranteed? No, nobody can guarantee that. It's your work ethic, it's your trial and error, and it's when luck is when opportunity meets preparation. When you have those elements together, it's possible. But I'm telling you, all you have to do, go in the description of this video, look at some of these other people who are promoting these other direct mail opportunities, and you're going to see that they're having great success. One of the programs that I was in, because I'm still new to the direct mail business, I just recently got started, but one opportunity that I took advantage of last year was writing to major corporations, and I've covered this in another video, but I made $17,000 in my spare time, from the comfort of my home. And, it's not a lot, but I'll tell you, it's great, $17,000, and that's in addition to whatever else I'm doing. Maybe working like an hour a day, if that. That's great money, and I continue to make that money. So that's what I've got for you today. Now I'll take you on a tour of ShowMeJeff.com. Thanks very much for watching. So this is my Show Me Jeff webpage. It takes you to my link tree, which is ShowMeJeff.com, and I have several different opportunities I'd like to show you. The first one is the newest mailbox money program. It is called Instant Pay 24/7. So you simply put your name, email, and phone number in, and you'll be redirected to this page. What's great about this program is it will pay you instantly a $200 commission. They call it Instant Pay 247 because it's $247 to get started with this program. It is a little bit more money than the other two direct mail programs, but the commissions are also higher. So I would suggest if you're going to do just one of these and not all three of them, then I would suggest doing Instant Pay 24/7. And this is a one-time cost to get involved. You do have to pay for the postcards separately. So when you come on to this and you sign up, I can share with you some resources for getting postcards, but you do have to pay for the postcards separately. And you do have to pay for the leads separately. So keep that in mind. We have some really good resources to get discount leads and stamps from a particular source. You can inquire when you sign up for this, and basically you buy your stamps and they give you a bunch of leads for basically it's included in the price. I wouldn't say it's free, but they give you a bunch of leads with stamps. So basically you're not going to run out of leads when you buy your stamps. So that's just one method, that's just one option that is currently available. So that's Instant Pay 24/7. The second one is Cash Building Systems Unlimited. It's got a similar landing page, but they go to different sites. This is a replicated website called My Capture Page. So both Instant Pay 24/7 and Cash Building Systems Unlimited have used My Capture Page. So you can go ahead and put your name and email address in, and it's the same deal. This Cash Building Systems Unlimited is a one-time cost. You can get started for $50. That includes 200 postcards and leads. 200 postcards and 200 leads are included with that $50. So that's an excellent deal, and that's a one-time cost to get involved. So that's a really good system, very low-cost system to get started, especially if you're on a budget. Direct mail opportunity number 3 is American Bill Money. This is also a replicated website that they run, and what's great about this is they've been in business for 22 plus years, and this is a $50 program per month. $50 gets you started with a starter package, but this particular opportunity is a subscription. You can cancel at any time, but what's great about doing this particular opportunity is you have the opportunity to earn residual income, which means you sign somebody up and they keep paying month after month until they cancel. And if they're making money, people aren't going to be canceling. So the people who cancel are the people who sign up and don't do anything. So don't let that be you. Stick with American Bill Money. This is also a $50 program, just like Cash Building Systems Unlimited. This particular program comes with the leads, but does not come with postcards. So you have to buy the postcards. I'm telling you about these two programs, the postcards, because when I purchased American Bill Money, I did not understand that the postcards weren't included, that the postcards were an additional cost, and I didn't mind that. It was just that it just took more time because it takes them some time to print the postcards out with your ID number on them. So I had to wait a few more days. I had to wait about another week or so before I could, put my letters together because I wanted to have both. I was promoting Cash Building Systems Unlimited and American Bill Money together, and I wanted to have both of those in the same envelope. So I had to wait a little longer. So to cut down on your wait time and to prevent disappointment, I'm just telling you, Instant Pay 24/7 does not include leads or postcards. Cash Building Systems Unlimited comes with postcards and leads, and American Bill Money just comes with leads. So I hope that makes sense. So if you do one, and if you have the funds, I strongly suggest, instead of just promoting one, why not do all three? Why not use the Russ method and put all of the three postcards in an envelope, in a number 10 envelope, with a business card and a letter that you create, and we can give you a template for that, and send these letters off. And then you're going to have a much higher response rate, and you have a chance to have people. Some people will join all three of your programs. So if you can swing it, that's what I would recommend that you do. Now, if you want to remain anonymous or you don't want to deal with anybody, there's a lot of people who are like that, and I totally get it, then just join one of these three opportunities and just mail out the postcards. Just take the peel and stick lead label, attach it to the postcard, and mail it out. And that's it. You don't have to. You can be completely anonymous and keep your name off of it, and just go about your business. All you got to do is really just affix the lead label to the postcard, put a stamp on it, and put it in the mailbox, and there you go. All right. So the next one is the paid per letter. This is the one where you make money. This is the one that I made $17,000 in 2024. Sending them out to billion-dollar corporations. They have to do this. There's a reason why. I would just say go through the full presentation, see if this is right for you, and if it is, then you can get started making money sending out letters. This is a little bit different because this is not a direct mail per se. This is sending letters to corporations. But there's a reason why. This is not sending letters to business opportunity seekers or having them, pay like an affiliate. There's nothing like that. This is completely different from the other three that I just showed you. So this is something that you can also take advantage of. All right. Being a benefits consultant, earning residual income, no license required. You can learn all about this particular business by clicking on this one right here, learning all about this company that's been in business for 32 years plus, and they have over 200,000 providers. They have a health benefits plan that's not insurance, no license required, for $39.95. It's unmatched, it's unbeatable. Like, for example, it includes a dental plan in that $39.95. 70% of the American population has no dental plan at all. So when they go to the dentist, they either pay full price or they don't go at all. And that's a shame. There's a lot of people who need to go to the dentist and they can't afford it. So this is a tremendous opportunity. That's just one facet of it. I don't want to spend too much time, but I would strongly suggest checking this out. This is a great sales opportunity. Sales is the highest paid profession in the world. Don't let the sales word scare you off. I do recommend this, and this is something that I work on every single day, and I'm seeing great results from this. I think this is going to just absolutely a fantastic program, and I'm really proud of this program. Okay, and Sparky AI, artificial intelligence. It's the future. Sparky AI calls leads for you. It promotes business opportunities for you. It's just insane what technology can do. So AI revolution is here. If in a couple of years, basically most jobs are going to be replaced. It's actually kind of scary because just the level of sophistication that artificial intelligence has. That's why I'm saying, okay, the postcard opportunities, the direct mail opportunities, I don't believe are going away. AI won't replace that. People are going to be gravitating toward opportunities like that because they're going to need some kind of side hustle because people's jobs are going away. A lot of jobs are going away. You know, my Tesla drives itself. It's scary how sophisticated it is. So this Sparky AI calls people. It just calls people. It does emails. They got a whole system here. So you definitely want to get ahead of AI and not be behind it because there's a lot of people going to be left behind, and you don't want to be one of them. All right, so check that out. Sparky AI is very low cost to get involved with Sparky AI, and they have an income warranty where after a couple months, if you don't see progress, you stop paying, and they keep working on your behalf until they generate results for you. So that's Sparky AI, an all-in-one digital business. This is a great heart-centric company. They have a $25 a month funnel builder program, which is outstanding. And they've got a lot of good coaching, and they've got a lot of good financial literacy. They've got a lot of great programs. It's a very heart-centric company. They give you a lot of value for a very, very low price. So I definitely recommend checking out that. So on my Show Me Jeff page, there's a area you can call me up here at 321-209-4422, or you can click this questions, reach out, and it has a web form. You can either call me or you can send me a message via this web form. And then finally, I have the latest YouTube video down here at the bottom. And that's all I got for you today. Thanks very much for checking out the showmejeff.com website, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks.